Okay, we're going to have a look at how using social media in combination with blogging software can help you to publicise your blog and what you write on it. So what I've got here, I'm inside into WordPress and I've got my blog post written here and all ready to go. So it's just a question now of hitting publish to make this public. So any second now. Okay, so I've got my post here. This is up on the blog now. Now there's several ways that people can read your blog posts if you write a blog. They can just find them by searching on the internet. They might know where your website is, or they might use an RSS feed. But something you can do if you use things like Twitter, Facebook, etc. Is to actually harness those kind of social media tools to publicise your blog posts and kind of push them to a wider audience. Now there are things you can do with WordPress and Twitter. There are sort of plugins and etc. you can use that will post your blog post automatically to your Twitter account if you have one. Another thing you can use and other people can use if you put them on your WordPress site is these social media sharing buttons. So you can see you can share this to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. But what I prefer to do, because if you are sharing your blog posts, it helps to kind of give them a little bit of context and introduction when you post them to Twitter or Facebook or whatever, is to just like do a little introduction as part of the tweet or the Facebook post. So if I just say new blog post here, so people know this is a new thing that I've done. Chuck the URL in there. Add the title of the blog post. And I've just got my Twitter post written there with the blog URL in it. So I'm going to tweet that. And now not only is that on my blog, it's also been advertised on Twitter to my followers. And obviously there's a chance that they might pick up on that and read it. Now, if people do read your blog post that you've advertised on Twitter, what they can do on Twitter is to actually retweet the post that you've advertised your blog on. So we'll just look at this here. Familiar. Okay, so this is my tweet. It's like a status, etc. Like you might have on Facebook. Where I've advertised this blog post. And what another user could do at that point is if they read that, if they like it, they can what's called retweeting, which just basically means you share someone else's tweet or status on your Twitter feed. It's a way of sort of endorsing something or pointing people to something interesting that they should be reading. So if I just look for someone else's, I'm just on a blog post here. Yeah, so this one here, for example. If I retweet that, okay, that will then appear on my Twitter feed. So this IO9 account, they've tweeted that, but then I've then shared it on my feed as well. So there's another 166 people potentially, if our followers are different, that might see that post now. Now in terms of the impact of that, if we look at a post I wrote last week here. Okay, so this is the statistics, my blogs, the amount of visitors, hits, etc. If we look in more detail at this small bar here for August the 18th, that's the first post I ever wrote. That's had 29 views. And then the week after that I wrote another post which sort of generated a bit more interest. This is the day I wrote it, 45 views, had a couple of retweets from some of my followers on Twitter. And then on August the 22nd I had 157 visitors, which more than double the amount of visitors to my site and to that post. And what happened was I publicised this blog post on Twitter. got a couple of retweets, and eventually I was pinging about on Twitter till eventually the Goldsmiths Union picked up on the tweet, and they in turn got retweeted by Guardian Higher Education, who have got a lot of followers. So they've got 20,000 followers. So I mean, by no means did everyone following now have a look at this blog post, but by virtue of having a Twitter account with a large amount of followers retweet it, all of a sudden it's gone from 40 views to 157 in the space of 24 hours. So it can be a really really powerful tool for publicising your blog posts and your work. If you use it, if you kind of write blog posts and then use Twitter and Facebook to share them.